Yeah, that was first time in my life. Like I hear about refugee word, but I don't know I'm refugee. And Paul was in chain as a prisoner, and then talking about I am free in Jesus. Then Onesimus thinking, I realize I am a slave. I'm run away. Now I'm free, but actually I'm not free because I'm still a slave in my word, in my life.
Hello, my name is Gordon Showell Rogers. In today's episode, you'll hear an extraordinary story of identity, exile, faith, and belonging. My guest, Javad Bakhtiari, was born an Afghan refugee in Iran. He has journeyed through war, displacement, and rejection across Europe, and ultimately discovered a new sense of home through Jesus. This is a very human conversation about sacrifice, family, and what it truly means to belong.
Bakhtiari, thank you so much for being willing to talk to me and share with a wider audience something of your story. Where is your home country? Well, that's a difficult question to answer. I've just realized that was a bad question to start with.
Yeah, I don't know. No, sometimes I'm missing Iran where I'm born. Sometimes I want to be in my father country where I was just 2 years in my life, spending there, Afghanistan. And now I'm in Austria and have a family and wife and kids. When you say now you want to go where from here, I want to go back home. Where is my wife and kids is?
So home is where your wife and kids are. Your father's country was Afghanistan.
Yes.
But you were born in Iran. How did that work?
Yeah, that much I hear from my parents, and from now in technology in the news I can research for that. That was 48 years before when the Russia war is starting in Afghanistan. My dad take my mom and my sister and my brother, like a small kids, and run to come to Iran. And the reason was just because of same language and culture. He chose Iran. Yeah.
This is Pashto or
Farsi.
Farsi.
Yeah.
There are many languages in Afghanistan, right? Tell us some of the languages of Afghanistan.
Yeah, there's many tribes and many language. There's Dari, Pashto, Hazaragi, Uzbek, Tajiki. Actually, no, Tajiki is the same Dari.
Okay.
People living in Tajikistan, they call that Tajiki language. It is not in.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
Tajik is tribe in Afghanistan.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Farsi.
Yeah, they have also many other, nobody know about them. Pashai, Zakari, like.
Except the people who speak those languages, they know.
Yeah. And then I go there, I cannot understand those.
They're very different
Very
from Farsi.
Yeah, very different, yeah.
So your father and mother and small children escaped from Afghanistan when it was invaded by what was then the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
And found refuge in Iran. That was a place of stability at that time.
Yeah.
And the language was the same. And you went to school in Iran as a child. You were telling us earlier how when you were 9 years old, you discovered that you were a refugee. You had no idea. Tell us about that experience.
Yeah, that was first time in my life. Like I hear about refugee word, but I don't know I'm refugee.
Okay. So you were born in Iran.
Yeah.
That felt like home.
Yeah, this is my feeling, and this is because we don't have so many family, like uncle or auntie or grandma or grandpa. I've never seen my life grandparents from both sides.
Wow.
I never see them. They die before we see each other. And that's why there was not feeling of I'm Afghan, because all my friends, our neighbor, they were my uncle, they were my auntie. So it was my mindset like that.
Yes, as a small child.
Yeah, and when the officer from school come to my class and say, who is refugee, just raise a hand. I don't have any idea with who talking and what
Yeah.
is that. And
Why would I raise my hand?
yeah, why? Because I'm not refugee. And then after the class, he stopped me and say, "You're a refugee. Why you're not raising your hand when we send somebody to class?" I said, "I don't know what means that and why
Yeah.
I should raise my hand." And they say, "Oh, this is you should not scare or something like that. We have a package from UNICEF just sending to refugee kids, the book and notebook and something you get for free." And I say, "Why I should get it free? Why?"
Yeah.
I get so confusing, and I
Mm.
go home and
You were
ask,
9 years old.
yeah, I ask my mom, "Are we refugee?
Mm.
What that means?" And my mom for first time sharing the story.
You were born as a refugee without realizing that you were a refugee. But as you began to realize after that experience, age 9, did you begin to feel different or in any way disadvantaged? Or
Yeah, I become more hiding my identity. I become more feeling lonely. I become judging my parents for decision. Why you guys not go any other country? Like they can accept us.
so
Like,
you
because
began to feel
Afghanistan, yeah.
not accepted.
Yeah, because what I realize is Afghan is always second class in Iran. Then I find out after a few years, if my dad, when the Russia come, go to Pakistan, in Red Cross took those Afghan run away from war to Canada or America. That make me more hurting. Like, why my dad decide that to come to Iran? We can have a better life, better future. Yeah.
Looking back, do you still feel the same way as an
No,
adult?
we can say yes, because we have at least better future, because that is the country, like, for sure we will go accepting by government.
If you had gone to North America when you were a small child,
Yeah, and I can say maybe I'm not speak any Farsi today.
that
And
would be a
we
disadvantage.
can miss all the
Yeah.
connection with the Farsi community, because after my father passed away, after I come into Christ, I really find out the reason why my dad come into Iran through the book of Philemon.
The Bible
so
book.
interesting in
Okay.
Bible, because
Explain that to us.
I hear that from God. I should write that as a preacher, as a preaching. And 2 years before I write it down, the free prisoner. This is the title of my preaching. I choose.
About the story of finally.
But Onesimus ran away from Philemon as a slave. And he ran from Ankara, now it's Turkey, to Rome. And every slave run away from master, they will disappear themselves.
Yeah.
And that's why many slave run away, go to Rome. And just like imagine the Onesimus want to meet Paul, and Paul was in chain as a prisoner, and then talking about I am free in Jesus. Then Onesimus thinking, I realize I am a slave, I'm run away, now I'm free, but actually I'm not free, because I'm still a slave in my word, in my life. But look at this man, he is in chain, he is in jail, but he's free. And that was the reason I find out why my dad chose Iran, because he want to come one country he can provide for his family. Then he can find easily, quickly a job. The same language help him, and same culture help him. He not thinking selfish or thinking long-term plan, future. He want to quickly acting to take the family out.
To
and
provide.
That is the responsibility as a kid. I cannot understand, and I'm judging him.
So now you are no longer critical.
No, I really ask forgiveness from my mom because my dad passed away, and I said sorry. I'm just complaining many times that why you guys do that with us. And the worst thing you can tell one refugee, Paul say to Onesimus, go back. This is the worst thing you can say to refugee, go back to your home. But that was amazing because Onesimus go back to Philemon not more like a slave, but as a brother in Christ. And when I'm thinking about I'm going back to my nation and just sharing gospel and spending time with them, I'm not going back there as an Afghan or as a confusing character or something like that. I have as a child. I go to my nation as a child of God and new identity, and I'm not more thinking and sad about and confusing about my identity. Yeah.
So you now know you're an Afghan at heart, and you speak Farsi. You're glad that you've retained the language.
Yeah.
And you have a passion for Afghan people and for the nation of Afghanistan. What are your dreams for the nation of Afghanistan?
Many people, when they meet me, say, what Afghanistan need to get free, to really peace coming, and how we can pray for Afghanistan. And I'm always answer same. I say, in the Bible, say, they will come to know the truth, and truth make them free. Only truth of God can make them free. That is the thing. I think I have this heart to bring this true message to my people.
And you're able to do that outside Afghanistan now. It's more difficult to do that into Afghanistan or inside Afghanistan. But you did spend a little time living in Afghanistan. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I go to Afghanistan when I was 27 years old, and from Norway. And that was my first time. And I was scared because every news I hear, there was bomb attack, killing. And I really scared. And I really never see my uncle and auntie before.
Had you met them online or no?
When I go to Afghanistan, I meet them in person first time.
How did you find them?
My mom just connected them and say, Jawad coming to Afghanistan.
Okay.
And they coming to airports to pick me up. And somebody just hugged me and say, I'm your uncle. Somebody hugged me and say, I'm your cousin.
Okay.
And that was just huge family, a big family. And yeah, that was beautiful. For first time to see the huge family. But this is still confusing by, are they accept you as Afghan or somebody else?
So you still weren't sure if you belonged?
No, because the all speaking accent.
Okay.
And I'm always a strict Farsi Iranian. And that was one of the big challenge in the beginning, going back.
What did you do when you were back in Afghanistan?
I'm just staying with my uncle. They gave me place to stay, and I'm thinking about just what is my next step in my life. Should I go to other countries? Should I just go back to Iran? But no future. I'm not seeing any future if I go back to Iran. And yeah, I think to find Christian people and underground church in Afghanistan changed whole the story and give me direction. Yeah.
You were already a follower of Jesus when you went back to Afghanistan. Tell us about how you became a follower of Jesus. I know it's a long story. We have time.
Yeah. That was 2004 in Iran, and I hear about all my friends talking in the town about a movie coming and is not allowed to have to Iran, and I was the naughty boy about everything is not allowed. I want to have that.
Okay, because it was not allowed, you wanted to watch this film. That was The Passion of Christ, right?
That was The Passion of Christ on Mel Gibson, 2004 come out, and there was the highest price in ticket in cinema this time. Everybody talking about that, and
so it was forbidden to watch it, but it was showing in the cinemas.
Yeah, forbidden to have that.
Okay.
No, I hear that in cinema in America.
Oh,
So
I see. Sorry.
in Iran, fully, you're not allowed to have.
But you somehow got hold of a
I get it
copy.
from friend copy and with the subtitle Farsi, and I watched that, and I'm just thinking this Jesus is prophet of European and American, and I'm just searching in this movie why it is not allowed actually, or I'm searching for action moment. I love action movie,
Okay.
but nothing happened, but there's a big question why actually Jesus died, or why they kill him. He don't do anything. As first time as a Muslim watching that, he not do anything. He helping people, he talk good with people, and that was question I cannot ask anybody because I cannot tell anybody I watched this.
Okay.
And I took this question with me till I go to Norway 2008. My father died after 2 years after that I watched this movie. And 2 years after that, I tried to work myself and support the family. I think, oh, this is not working really. I should go. And I come to Europe as many of refugee reason, like to just for my future, for supporting family. Yeah. And then I go to Norway.
And in Norway, you went to a church.
Yeah, 2008 I go to Norway, and 2009 one of my Norwegian friends invited me to the party. Say we have a party and my son wanna get baptized, and we make it a small party. You wanna come? And I go just to party. I love party.
Yeah.
And I see this is like a normal house, but they say, oh, actually this is church. Church in my mind was a big building with colorful window, and then they're starting with worship. You are happy, and I'm just as a Muslim background idea. I say your prophet is die, and why you guys is so happy? I was always questioning my mind. And on the end, they have communion, like drinking blood and eating body, and that was so weird for me. What's going on here? Like vampire party. What means drinking blood? And then in coffee time, I sit down with my Norwegian friend and asking question. What happening here? Why you guys happy? Jesus died in the film. I watched that. Then he explained to me about resurrection, and he explained to me about Jesus in life. But one question really touched my heart and changed whole, I think, my direction again there. Yeah. That why Jesus died in this movie. Why? What do you think? And I don't have an answer for that. And
Your friend asked you that.
And then he say, he died for your sin. And that was just bring my mind in many questions. How this happening? How this working? And
what does that mean?
How I understand what this mean? And then he say, in Bible we have many answers on that. And then he say, you can continue coming to this church if you like. The people just different, friendly hospitality and just calm and peacefully answer me. This really make me interesting to continue stay in touch with these people. Then I go every Wednesday to the youth group, and I continue to go there.
So was that the beginning of your time following Jesus, or did that come later?
Oh, we cannot say.
I'm not sure.
Actually, yeah, I'm not sure. It's just, I think I'm following community. I'm feeling safe. I don't want to be in refugee camp. I want to be spending time with this group. I'm feeling safe.
You felt
feeling people really respect me and just want me to be there. We don't have anything they want from me. I don't have anything to give to them.
Accepted and safe and secure, and you felt you belonged.
As a refugee, we don't have document. You're never feeling belong.
Okay.
But when we want to say belong, I feeling more acceptation, not really this belong word.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm continue go there until I get my rejection in my refugee case because of the stateless.
So just to back up a little bit, because you're an Afghan who was born in Iran, you had no proper documentation. You didn't have a passport or something like that.
Afghan refugee in Iran, they have just one ID card.
Okay. And that was insufficient for the Norwegians to
No,
accept you.
yeah, they say we cannot really believe in this ID card. We can make it self in
Okay.
Greece or other
It
places.
might be fake. So because you were stateless, your application to stay in Norway was rejected 4 times in the end. So then what happened?
I come 2008 in Norway, and 2010, after 2 rejection, I go to Germany.
Okay.
I want to apply in Germany if the Germany can accept me. And after 5 months, in these 5 months or so, I find the church in Bremen. I continue every Friday, go there. That was really helping me, and I'm also happy about that. For first time, I receiving Bible in my mother language that was there. But after 5 months, I get the email or refugee camp. Dublin is the first country in Europe using fingerprints.
Yeah, so that's the Dublin Accord in the European Union where you're first fingerprinted. According to the Dublin Accord, where you are first fingerprinted is where you then have to apply for asylum. So you had to go back from Germany to Norway to try again. So you'd already tried twice.
Yeah, they sent me back to Norway end of 2000. Actually, it was 2011. And then I'm staying 1 year more, and I get again 2 more rejection because when I tell to Norway, now I have identity, now I'm Christian, and they say it is not identity for us. Identity means where you belong in this world, where is your father country.
Where's your passport?
And you don't have that. But 2012, one of the lawyer tell me your only chance is just voluntary sign the paper and they deport you one way
Back on.
Afghanistan if you say you're Afghan. And then 2012 they send me to Afghanistan.
So that's when your mother connected with your uncle and your cousins, and they met you at the airport and welcomed you. By then you're a Christian follower of Jesus. Did you tell that? Did they know that?
No, my mom tell me don't tell to any of your relative and uncle. This can be so dangerous for you.
And for them.
Shameful, yeah.
And shameful. Explain to us about the shame of that.
Yeah, the shame is culture is you bring your family down.
Okay.
From the eyes of other.
You embarrass the family.
And to change your religion.
That's shameful and embarrassing.
Believing in Allah is highest shameful.
That's the highest shame.
And the penalty. And then of death. Yeah.
So you're quietly, did you have a Bible? You're quietly following Jesus? Did you read scripture? Or how did you keep going in your faith?
When I go there, the first years was the hardest time, and I'm in connect with, I remember that time was email, and my pastor from Norway sent me email and praying for me. And the church in Germany sometimes send me email, and there was an underground church in Iran. I was in contact, they know me, and they send me just, we pray for you and send me Bible verse, just like that.
So that was...
I don't have any Bible, I don't know.
Okay, so those emails kept you going.
Yeah, just coming and, yeah.
And then eventually you met some believers in Afghanistan.
Yeah, through the church in Germany, they connect me with underground church in Afghanistan.
At first, they're a little suspicious of people coming in from outside.
Yeah, this is the system of any underground church. They wait and just see if you're really interesting, you apply again. Or if anybody following you, they want to check you.
Because you might be a spy or something.
And that's why they know I am there. But they're waiting 6 months till they find out I'm really interesting. I really want to be in Christian community.
And then after that, you began to be more public about your faith.
After that, actually, when the Taliban killed our teacher, 2013, I get connection with church. And 2014, we have a teacher like coming teaching us from Wyben,
Youth with a Mission.
Youth with a Mission, and the Taliban killed our teacher in other side of the street,
He was
in the
in.
basement, and
He was from South Africa.
he's
right?
from South Africa, and they kill him and they kill his child. They kill his daughter, and they kill his son, 14 years old and 17 years old. And then after that, I'm going to India to finish my training, to finish my BTS. Yeah.
DTS, the Discipleship Training School of Youth with a Mission.
Yeah.
So you escaped partly to complete that education, but also partly for security.
Yeah. We're not allowed to stay more.
And after India, what happened?
Yeah, I finished my DTS there, and then I coming back to Afghanistan because I have just 6 months visa
For India,
to
6
stay
months.
in India. And
Yeah.
truthfully, I come back, everything was a stop, everything was closed, and because of security, and they just tell me leave Afghanistan, we cannot stay in Afghanistan. And then I come into Iran, I cannot stay with my family because they know what has happened, and they say it's dangerous for all of us to have you. And I come to Europe again, 2015.
So again, you're not belonging anywhere.
Yeah.
This episode is sponsored by CrossMap. If you're looking for a place that fills your soul and strengthens your faith, then visit crossmap.com, your trusted source for inspiration and life-changing stories from people of faith. Do you have your own story to tell? CrossMap Blogs is a welcoming place to launch your own blog, publish your testimony in Christ, and share stories that glorify God and edify his people. And while you're there, sign up for the CrossMap daily newsletter and get top Christian videos, inspiring devotionals, and stories from other content creators to strengthen your faith, delivered straight to your inbox. Be encouraged, be a part, be blessed. Visit crossmap.com. You felt accepted in the church in Germany and in Norway, and then in the church in Afghanistan and the Youth with a Mission, but now you're suddenly not belonging again.
Yeah. No church, no team.
So how did you get to Europe from Iran?
Yeah, I'm crossing border, like Iran, Turkey, from Turkey to Greece.
You say it very easily, but it's not an easy. Did you walk?
No, I come to Iran with visa. Then from Iran, we go to the mountain to Turkey.
You walked through the mountains.
10-hour walk.
A 10-hour walk.
You find those people, a smuggler, and we pay, and they bring us to the border, and you cross the border in the night. You go in the mountain 10 hours in the night with a big group.
This was in order to live, to survive, to avoid being murdered like this South African and his children.
And then we are going different car. You go some part with the car to the border, and just the border police of Iran just shooting the car. We have 5 cars. One of the car shot down in the shooting. I don't know how many people died. And our car just ran away very fast, disappeared in the different street, and then bring us to one place and say, from here, you guys should just walk.
You were telling us earlier how on the Turkish side of the border, makeshift graves of people who've died, even children. And that's quite common on that border.
Yeah, they call that zero border. That means nobody can go there, cannot go. That's why you not see any news what happening really there. And yeah, many people die in the border. Many Afghan killed and die in the border of Iran. They are allowed to shoot. Yeah.
So then you made it to Europe again, 2015.
Yeah, I want to go to Austria, or I want to go back to Norway, but I want to go to Germany or Norway, but Austria just stopped me. The same Dublin, they take my fingerprint, they say this is the first country we catch you. You should stay here. But
Looking back, you're glad about that, right?
yeah.
But at the time, how did you
There
feel?
was second time I was I come as a believer, and I'm already pray in the beginning. Everywhere you stop me, I will stay, and you have plan. And
You saw that as the sovereignty of God.
then I come 2015. I get my asylum 2016.
In Austria.
This time they ask me why you come, and you are. I have my passport. I have my
Okay.
duct. I show them, and I give the reason why I cannot stay. And 2016 I get my asylum, and 2017 I get married. And right away, so when I come 2015, I'm a start serving in local church, teaching alpha class to refugee and just helping pastor and church with refugee. And yeah, everything was different than first time I come to you. Like more peaceful, more meaningful, and
Because you're a believer this time.
and not confusing. I know why I'm here and what I'm doing. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You had a sense of purpose.
Yeah.
You've told me a couple of times about people who have influenced your life. And you've told me twice about this pastor in Norway. You tell us about this pastor in Norway and his influence on your life, the example of his life.
Yeah, when I was in Norway, when I go in this church, I'm just Google that. Where is the Protestant church nearby? And this church coming up.
Okay.
Yeah, there was
Yeah, another city. Okay.
because I moved my city from the first church invite me for party. I go to other city, I search for the church, and I find this church. That was the last 1.5 years I'm staying in Norway. I go there, and the church was closed on Sunday. And there was the paper on the door, like we are in retreat or other church conference. That is the telephone of pastor call. I call, that was in recording. I said, I'm Javad, I'm from Afghanistan, so I'm searching for church, and I'm here, the church is closed, please call me back. And next day, the pastor called me and say, sorry, yesterday you was from church, where is your address? And I give the address, he come to my home, right away. Come to my home, welcome to the city, and then we get to know each other. From that time, for 1.5 years, I go every Sunday church. He took me for lunch with his wife. And we eat together. And
That's really important.
that was first time I see praying before eating as a Christian. That was there. I experienced that. And he just showed me the love of Jesus, just in basic way. Present, spending time, and give me this feeling you're important. And yeah, that was a special. That was really,
That hospitality contrasted with other experiences you'd had in Europe, which weren't as hospitable.
Yeah, I hear that they say in Norway, if one Norwegian invite you inside the house for a coffee, that is the sign they want to be your friend. And I know that. It's cultural. But they invite me every Sunday. And there was just a special love.
It's the love of Christ.
And I'm always curious about what is that? This is not culture. This should be other thing. Why they love me that way. And then slowly this automatically teaching me about the love of Christ. And love of Father and the spiritual parents, really caring.
They became like your spiritual parents, that couple. Yeah. You told us earlier that Jesus built relationships before calling people to follow him, and that was one of the lessons you saw worked out in this couple's life. You told us earlier also about how you appreciate the parable of the prodigal son in Luke 15. Tell us a bit about that, the significance of that for your culture and your life.
Yeah, I think most of Afghan kids don't have experienced the dad hugging them because of proud and culture of shame and honor. Dad just thinking, coming home and I'm a good dad, you have enough food, you have place to stay and sleep. That's a sign of good dad. But good dad is not just spending, hugging and just playing. Maybe I remember a little bit from my really childhood, but not a lot. And I'm not remember any hug in my life from my dad. And when I read this passage, I never connect with that because it's how this can happen. He do very bad thing and he come back and with the father just running and hugging and forgiving and celebrating. And I go from that time I come to believe, I read Bible, I really understand Bible. That passage, every years I learn new thing from that throughout personal, and that's really make me understand the love of Father is covering your shame.
And the cloak is a symbol of that.
Yeah, and this cloth, the robe, is symboling of covering him, covering his son from all the worker, and he don't want anybody see him like that. And
Covering the shame of the son, wanted the son to be seen as honored.
yeah, and connecting with the shame of father too, because the father don't want to have this shame to his son, do that with him. And the forgiveness just take the shame for son, take the shame of the family also, and covering all of that, and this is power of forgiveness. Yeah.
You talked earlier also about the symbol of the ring. Explain to us the symbolism of the ring for you.
Yeah,
in the prodigal son.
in many culture in Middle East, or especially right now in Afghanistan and Iran, when the father die or grandpa die, the ring, this is the symbol of honoring and the leader of family coming to older son. But in his story, they coming to younger son. Because older son always talking proudly, I keep my identity, I keep my mortgage, I keep my everything you tell me. But his son already lose his identity.
The younger son had lost.
Younger son, because he lost that. He sold that.
He sold his family identity.
And then that put the ring, the deposit of culture, not to older, give it to youngest. But the youngest was just lost and died, but coming back. And now father give for on everybody the identity. Nobody can call him slave or worker or helper, what he asking for. But the father said, no, you are my son, and this is the authority of that I give to you.
So he covered his shame and he gave him his family, the family identity to the younger son. Yeah, that's really interesting, Java, and it's actually really powerful and moving hearing you explain that. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you.
What's the best thing about your life?
Best thing?
Yeah.
Wow. To knowing Jesus.
Okay. Why is that?
Yeah. Every Christian can answer different thing. Why having Jesus is best thing for you? But for me is because he gave me identity. Because for every refugee, identity, the real identity is highest thing. Why I say that? Because when I get my asylum, when I get my passport in my hand, when I traveling again legally, the police still stop me.
Okay.
Say where I'm going. They're still watching me as I'm look like saint. I am refugee, but the identity Jesus gave you, this is so deep, and this have a payment because you're free, and passport not make you free. Maybe free to traveling or something. That is for me is free of lost in this world, like who I am. I was Muslim, but I really not was Muslim. I cannot understand and not do what they do, and I'm not believe what they believe, and that was just confusing life. And
so you were in name Muslim, but not. It didn't really mean anything.
Yeah, and I'm not talking just about Muslim. I'm talking about any nation they don't hear Jesus. This is feeling like where I'm going, why I'm here, and just Jesus give all the answer of that. That's this peaceful feeling. That's the best thing I can say.
Sense, clear sense of identity as a child of God, member of the family, gifted by the Father.
Yeah.
We're going to begin to close, Javad. You can relax now. We can go and eat together in a moment. But I just want to finish with a word that I've heard you use a lot, a Farsi word. You talk about hamyar.
Yeah.
This is friendship, companionship, right? Or
Yeah, companion.
companion for life in some way. And that's an important word for you.
Yeah, because you become, when you become refugee, you will get to know many people on the way. Shortly, for one day, for one trip, for one boat, for one mountain. But you never find somebody really walking with you through all this challenge from beginning to the end. You don't have family nearby you. I think the Hamyar is, I see and I feel, I see in many of the Christian friends, and especially the example I give to you, my pastor
In Norway.
become Hamyar. And Hamyar means just, I think Paul pointed that in some other way. They call that Ham Sangar, the person in the war, the people going in the place, they call that Sangar, hiding self or covering the
Trenches or something of the...
Yeah, Paul talk about that, like me with my Ham Sangar, but still this is something else, because when you are in hard time, but Hamyar is in every moment with you, and that is really powerful.
Co-founder, yes, okay.
Paul talk about that.
Okay.
Like about the group he has.
Yes,
Because
yes.
they are in ministry, they are in a
Yes.
spiritual attack, and
Yes.
but Hamyar means
It's
in
deeper than
everything
that.
and
Yeah.
everywhere, and walking with you. And I think that will be a picture of church for me. The people walking together, no matter what coming.
And that's what we all need.
Yeah.
Those companions, those friends for life.
Yeah.
Javad, thank you so much for sharing. Is there anything else you would like to say as we finish? I always give people an opportunity to add anything they would like to add.
Yeah, I think sometimes people ask me, if you not become Christian, this was easily to meet your family.
Sorry, say that again.
Because I'm not going to visit my family because there was danger for me and for them.
Okay.
And there was the sacrifice to be a public missionary.
It was you had to say goodbye to your family in order to be a follower of Christ.
That was the price. And many people, non-believer, meet me and say, why you do that? Why you do that with your mom? And
whom you love. We know you. I know you love your mom. I've seen you worried.
I love my mom. And she know that. But this is the thing, putting Jesus first. And they have price.
It's a price that
Put Jesus first.
Needs to be paid.
You should pay many things. When you carry your cross, you should pay many things.
You carry your
This
cross.
is the reality. Carry your cross. As a refugee will be double challenge. But or believe, and I have a joy, because Jesus say, where I'm going, I will make a place, and my Father's house have a place for all of you. I'm looking forward to that citizenship.
Yes. And true belonging.
Yeah, true love.
And it's better to believe and follow Jesus and pay the price and love your mum from that place of sacrifice and pain than not to know Jesus. Yeah. Javad Bakhtiari, thank you so much for sharing with me.
Thank you, Gordon. I was really appreciate it.
It's good to talk to you again. It's really great to see you again. Thank you for spending, you too. Thank you for joining us on today's episode of Faith Without Frontiers. I hope you've been refreshed, stimulated, encouraged, and inspired by the conversation, perhaps even challenged. If you enjoyed today's episode, then please subscribe so that you don't miss the next story of faith in the series. And do consider sharing the podcast with friends, colleagues, or members of your church community. Until next time, may the Lord bless you and strengthen you as you serve Him wherever He has placed you.